So, welcome to this edition of GiI-Joe Collectors.
Welcome to GiI-Joe Collectors.
How you doing all? Dick Linky here, and I want to invite you to come along for the ride. I've been collecting since 2014, and as my collection started to grow in what I call the GiI-Joe room, the more I realized that I had a problem. The bigger the collection got, the more it came to sort of resemble one of those episodes of Hoarders. It was just overwhelming mess, to say the least. I was using haphazard, makeshift shelves made from busted up dressers and other broken pieces of furniture, held to the wall with dollar store L brackets. I had hunting wrapping paper as a backdrop and Christmas lights to illuminate the collection. It was absolutely horrible, and I did not realize just how bad I allowed it to become until you just step back and take a look. All because I was trying to save money. The time had come where I knew I needed something new, and this prompted me to look around YouTube and online for some ideas.
Oh no! You cut your forehead!
Hey kids, if you have an open wound, get some dirt or kitty litter and rub it in there to stop the bleeding. And like I always say, remember, you know enough.
It is amazing how vast people are with their ideas while showing off their collection. Rooms from different color palettes, layout, and design make it easy for a person to become inundated and overwhelmed with information. I came across people that were so over the top with these IKEA glass display cases that you would think that they had million-dollar pieces to display, or they just wanted you to think that they did. There were others that had less than interesting ideas that sort of fell flat because they were really no further along than I was with being defined as a hoarder. On top of all of this, I was unable to find a toy room combined with a game room, so information from two vast sources made it feel nothing less than drowning.
GiI-Joe!
I eventually came across a person by the name of Laura Legends, and I initially watched a few of her videos because she collected things that I was already familiar with. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, He-Man, you know how it is. I found her videos to be light, entertaining, and a breath of fresh air.
So then he says to me, it's supposed to be like that! I'm part Wookiee!
I began watching more of her videos, and eventually Laura grew to be one of my favorite toy collectors on YouTube. Laura's room layout was also exactly what I was looking for, and it became the foundation for something that I could realistically work with. Because I have a GiI-Joe collection and a game room combined, I needed practical ideas that I could combine the two. You will notice behind Laura during her videos that she has these black shelves. They are good looking, sturdy, and affordable. I would be able to purchase different sizes to manipulate the game room layout and still be able to accommodate the vast size of my GiI-Joe collection. One of my favorite videos from Laura is the one that she did about fandoms that she does not collect. And ironically, GiI-Joe happened to be one of them.
Never got into GiI-Joe!
I reached out to her to see if I could use a couple snippets from that video because certain parts fit into what I was trying to achieve. She replied that that would be okay, and I do have to be honest that I was a bit taken aback that she even replied to me. I was so pleased that she found the time to reply that it would be unfair for me not to recognize and mention her as an integral part of this revamping process. And I encourage anyone with a toy collection to watch her channel. Welcome to part 1 of my GiI-Joe room revamp series called Out with the Old and In with the New. I hope that you enjoy, and I hope that maybe others can derive inspiration from my experience. At this point, tearing everything down is the easy part, and finding a place to put it all is not. Tearing down one side of the room, piling it in the middle or the other side, filling holes and painting the wall, then moving on to the next, was kind of increasingly becoming difficult because it's really easy to tear stuff down, not so easy to find a place to put it. Things were starting to pile up in the center and on the sides, and eventually I found myself in this severe mess once again. I am not usually one to admit defeat, but I was frozen in the mess and I did become locked up. I spent about 2 weeks just sitting in a chair and watching hood vlogs on YouTube. I didn't make any progress and I was completely overwhelmed. Eventually, my wife came in and was wondering what was going on and why I hadn't made any progress at all. She stepped up and helped me unbury myself, and I was again on the move making progress, one day at a time. So my shelves came today. I got the 371-inch 5 shelf case. So I got 3 of those, and I ended up getting 3 of these, but only 1 I was able to get today, and I will end up getting the other 2 in the next couple of days. So before I can do anything with this shit here, I have to be able to do something with these there. So, looks like I'm going to have a pretty busy night setting these up. Anyway, yo Joe, I need me a good battle cry right now. I'm pretty tired. So, anyway, here we go. I run 2 computers, a laptop for editing videos, and a desktop for storing, gaming, and logging onto social media sites like Twitch and Facebook. I also use the desktop for storing files, researching, and gathering information for what I'm doing. I use gateway audio and a surround sound system to give me high quality, high definition sound. The hub I wanted to be right in the lounge area where I can relax when I'm not gaming. I do not buy into figure stands, and instead I make my own from Gatorade and Powerade bottle caps. They give me the lift that I want, and I used wire to hold the figure down to the cap. That way I do not need to worry about the peg fitting the foot, which you hear so commonly about them either breaking off or not fitting at all, and I can customize it to my liking. Up top I have a shelf that I'm going to start to run the figure stands. Instead of having the figures all over the place, I'm going to do the non-vehicle figures up on the stand with the file cards behind them. In so many collections you never see the file cards. Well, in mine you're going to. I feel like that is such a huge piece to having the figure. Why would you not want to display that? Vehicle figures will be with the vehicles on the shelves, standing next to them, and the figures that did not come with vehicles will be up on the shelf. So I found this old steamer truck at a church garage sale. They wanted something like $40 for it, so I figured this trunk would be completely worth it. I went and bought it, took it home, cleaned it up, got it all stripped out, polished it with a little bit of, Old English, wood wax or whatever. It really worked well. And that's what I used for storage up in the GI-Joe room. I have literally no storage up here, so it pretty much worked perfect. It is the kind of trunk that they used to bring on steamships that people used to keep their clothing and items in. And it does work perfect, and it looks really good. I tore out all of the Christmas lights and I cut them all out with scissors. And what I did was I got some LED strip lights. $75 for 4 rolls, and they all plug in. You can put them on a timer, and they all have various colors, from red to purple to blue to yellow. They all look really, really good. I took the time, ran them on every single shelf. It took me a couple of days to do it. What are you thinking there, Alley Cat? Huh? What are you thinking? You thinking, well, the lights look pretty good? Not that bad, huh? Not that bad. I think they came up pretty good. Down low, you can actually see the beads, but if you go up to like a normal level, you can't see the beads. So I can kind of dig that a little bit. I'm going to run them along the top. It sure in hell looks a lot better than Christmas lights. Paid $75 for the spools, and you can get them on eBay. You can also cut the strips and connect them with wire or solder if you wanted to do that. I have them running on each of the shelves and up where the figures are. I also wanted the lighting down where my game systems are so they would be illuminated. At night it looks pretty damn cool, so I have to admit that this is probably one of the best purchases that I've made. Alright, so my microphone took a shit. I found it outside in a fucking rain puddle. So this is actually a video kind of showing the microphone hopefully working. So we will see. I want to thank you all for watching part 1 of Out with the Old, In with the New. This has been an absolute painstaking process, and it will never be anything that I do again. I really wanted to get it right the first time, and it has just been truly hell to get it right. So I want to thank you for sitting through it. please subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button if you enjoy what you see. And you can even throw down a comment, and I'll do the best that I can to reply. Thank you all. Have a good night. And until the next video, see you later.